Hi, welcome. My name is Nancy, and today I will show you how to overwinter geraniums or pelargoniums in pots, and I will share tips that have worked for me in the past. But first, let me start by saying that there are four methods of overwintering geraniums. Number one is storing them as bare roots. Number two is doing the cool storage method. Number three is taking cuttings. And number four is bringing the potted pots inside and treating them as houseplants. In this video, I will show you how to bring them inside and how to take cuttings. My plan is to bring this container inside the house, and this one has three types of geraniums. Aren't they beautiful? So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim each geranium. Let me just get my clean pruner. And what you're gonna do is you need to make sure where you're gonna cut, but when you cut, you need to cut right above the leaf node, just like this. Then we're actually getting a cutting at the same time, but I will show you later how to prepare that cutting, okay? So then I'll do the same thing with this, but in this case this geranium is very leggy, right? So I think I'm gonna remove this whole two branches here so the plant grows healthier. So I'm gonna do the cut right there. Yeah, look, more cuttings. And this one is a little tricky, this type of geranium or pelargonium, because it's more compacted, so the leaves are very close to each other compared to these other ones, right? So this one, let me see. I still want to trim it because I want it to, it's growing to the side, so I want it to grow upright. But I still do the same thing. I want to try to find, let's see where I can do the cut. I think I'm gonna, let's see. Let's do it right there. Because I don't want, this one I don't want to cut the whole plant, right? And when you trim, you can trim half to 2/3 of the plant. So I think from this one I'm gonna get 3 cuttings. So yeah, look. So now I'm gonna remove all the dead leaves, either that are on the container or the dead leaves from the geraniums. So you wanna remove any discolor or unhealthy leaf that you can find on your geranium. Now this geranium has a lot of leaves that are not healthy or have little holes. So that's probably some little bug, right? I don't want any bug coming inside. So I think I'm gonna remove all the leaves. It's okay. You get new leaves growing in no time. I know it looks drastic, but you're fine. I've done that before. If actually you wanna check my previous video from last year where my geraniums got a freeze because I waited too late to overwinter them, but they came back. Just check it out. Now I use this systemic granules to prevent any bugs from growing. So I'm just gonna pour some in here. And I use this on all even my annuals. It works really well. And after you apply, you have to water it though. Now some people use this spray or other product to spray their plants before they bring them inside. I personally don't, but I just wanted to show you what there's another option too, because I already use the granule, so I don't need to do that. This is what I do. I spray my plants with water using the hose. So even if there's some bugs in the plants, they will fall on the soil, but I already have the granule, so that will cover it, right? I hope so. Now it's time to prepare the cuttings for rooting in water or soil. First, get a mason jar filled with water. Okay, so we'll start with this geranium. And you're gonna start by removing the lower leaves, but leave a couple leaves on the top. Now you're gonna make a cut just below the leaf node. And then put it in water. Okay, so this one is too small to root in water. So this one is gonna go directly to be potted. This one is a better example to show you how to do the cut just below the leaf node. Now, if you don't have patience to wait for your cuttings to root in water, you can plant them directly in the smaller container. So this is what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna stick this cutting into a smaller container. I'm gonna insert the cutting into the soil far enough to stand on its own. And then I will water. Make sure your container has good drainage. Keep the containers moist for about 2 weeks to get a good rooting. And when your cuttings in the water get roots, plant them in small containers. This next option, if you either want to dig up your plant or geranium from the ground or from a bigger container, and you're going to put it in a smaller container. So in this container I have 3 geraniums, and I will show you how I remove the pink geranium or apple blossom. Using your trowel, dig up the geranium from the container. I need to remove all the soil from the roots, so I'm just gonna shake it, and I'm also gonna trim the roots. And as I did earlier, I will trim and take the discolor or unhealthy leaves from this geranium, and I will just show you the final product. Time to wash the whole plant, roots included. For my container, I use a container that has the saucer included in it, so I don't have to worry about that. And then I use a potting mix. I use maple growth. You can use any potting mix. So I'm just gonna add the potting mix to the container. Before we repot this geranium, I need to dig a hole so it can hold the whole root. And then I'm gonna add more soil back to cover the root, and then I'm gonna tap it down. Now I'm gonna water, and I'm gonna keep my plants outside until the temperature is about 40 degrees, and then I'll bring them inside. But technically they can tolerate 30 degrees, but I don't wanna run the risk of forgetting to bring them inside. You're gonna place your geraniums in a sunny window or under artificial light. You're gonna water every 2 weeks. Which option are you gonna pick from these two methods? Let me know in the comments down below. Oh, one more thing that I want to mention is the geraniums are likely to become tall and leggy by late winter. Prune them in March by removing 1/2 to 2/3 of each plant, and they will begin to grow and will develop into beautiful plants by May. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.